Hi. Hi, hi. Hi, everybody. This is very exciting. It's our first Instagram Live on Indie Beauty Expo, and I'm so happy to be here with you even in a time like this. I'm not going to dwell on what's happening globally, we all know, but I'm here to celebrate independent beauty. And we are honoring some of the brands that we were supposed to meet in Berlin. And I was going to go on by myself and just highlight some of the products that I had at the office. I was able to go and bring them home. But then on Sunday, I was watching a video, an Instagram Live that Eve Carr from Creole Essence did. And she invited 6 different brand founders from the Sephora Beauty Accelerate program. And I thought, oh my God, what a great idea. Let me invite some of the brand founders to join me on this Instagram Live so they can share what's wonderful about their brand, because you don't want me to drone on for an hour talking about their passion and their babies. So first and foremost, I'm in my kitchen and I have this fabulous lighting from Glamcore. So if you don't have a Glamcore light, you really should get one. But what I'm going to do is our first guest is, let's see here, is going to be Codex Beauty. So I'm just looking for them in, hopefully they're here. I thought I saw. There's Grace and Stella. There's Folly Fire. Let's see here. Sorry about this. Let's see, where are you? Let's see here. So sorry about this. Is Codex Beauty on the Instagram Live now? If you are, make a comment. I don't see you. Let's see. Hi, Shelby. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being patient. So I don't see Codex at the moment, but I do see Folly Fire. So I am going to invite Lucas, and we're going to start with Folly Fire. And they're connected. Hey, guys.
Hello. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
We're very good.
Great, thank you.
In self-isolation as everybody
Yes.
else.
And where are you calling from?
We are calling from Romania.
So you're in Romania. Incredible.
Yes.
What time is it there?
It's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m.
It's 8 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad.
No, it's just perfect timing.
Well, I'm so happy that you're here with me, and I know it was a very quick turnaround. I just asked you on Monday to join me.
Yeah, pretty fast, but that's fine.
Yeah,
No,
it's amazing what we could
yeah.
put together.
Yeah, we're in all these years we're used to some last minute turnaround of situations. So we were just happy that we have this opportunity to be with you.
Well, thank you very much, and I would love for you to start by sharing your background and how you started Folly Fire, the why.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
So we are the founders. I'm Pete. This is Lucas. And we met during our university years back in United Kingdom. It was roughly 9-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And after graduating, we all worked for indie brands, and at some point our path crossed, and then we started working on 5 different indie brands in the United Kingdom, and that's when we realized, that all these ethical and clean beauty companies are doing some sort of a one-dimensional approach to clean beauties. What I mean by this is that they're very safe in colors, the design sort of black and white, very, very chic though. And we thought, well, hang on, if I want to touch the hearts of the Generation Z and the late millennials, perhaps they need to be something, need to be seeing something more stimulating. So we created a brand that is full of colors, full of crazy products, gorgeous formulations, and of course, it's all with the perks of ethical and clean beauty. Oh, hello, palette.
Yes. Hello.
Now that's a gorgeous palette. Look at those colors.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
It was very fun working on the palette, and for the artwork we worked with tattoo artist from Spain, so it was very fun. Yeah.
I want to go back for a second. You said that you were working on 5 other indie brands. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So Lucas was doing the backhand sort of. He was dealing with accounting and logistics and product creation, and I was doing design, social media, and website content, and also like describing the product, figuring out what should be the next move. So this is how we were helping other indie brands.
Excellent. I just wanted to show this as well, this really beautiful highlighter. And it's funny because I had your products out on my counter, and if you take the little eyeshadows, you can actually make a paw print.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can make a little paw print. So that would be a really cool
That's
campaign. Right. And you are PETA certified, correct? Yes. And can you tell us about your cruelty-free mission? Because I think that that's a very strong element to your brand.
Sure. So we definitely wanted to create a brand that is free from all the nasty ingredients. But beyond that, we also felt strongly not to have our product tested on animals, neither the ingredients. So we worked with factories that could provide this kind of service. And I think this is very important nowadays. Cosmetics products, don't need to be tested on animals. Beauty without cruelty, hashtag. So I think this is really important nowadays, especially that, there's lots of cruelty around the world. I don't think that beauty has to choose this path.
Exactly. And I did see a question, where are your products? Where can people find your products?
We sell them online on our website, and we kind of ship worldwide, with the exception of a few countries where it's very expensive for the customer to receive the product. And then we also work with Douglas in Hungary, with IBE in Italy, and we will soon be online with My Verte in the USA.
And can you explain exactly what you have in your range? How many SKUs? You have the highlighters, the eyeshadows.
Mm-hmm. We have around 40 SKUs right now, which contain the eyeshadow palette. We have blushers, blush plus bronzer, blush plus highlighter, highlighters, lipsticks, eyeshadows, also face pigments, and brushes. So
are you looking to expand? I know you guys just launched recently within the year. Are you looking to expand the line at all?
Yes. We before all this madness started, we were actually working on a new line of liquid lipsticks and lip glosses. I have a few here. So these are a few shades of the liquid lipsticks, and these are some of the lip glosses. These are the lip glosses, kind of like this. This is just a sneak peek. So hopefully, once this madness is over, we will be able to release the line, because right now everybody is focused more on the hand sanitizers production, and we want to let them do this because we know it's very important right now to provide all the medical devices and products that we need right now during the coronavirus.
And we're all pretty much working, most of us are working from home.
Yeah.
But
right.
I also think it's important to continue taking care of your skin and putting on a little bit of makeup to feel dignified. And we're doing these, we're doing Instagram Lives, we're doing WebEx, we're doing Zooms. So can you recommend maybe a very simple color palette for people who are working from home but are in front of the camera?
Sure. We actually, right before the live, we put together a little tutorial on my arm with some colors that someone who is working from home can easily pull off. So basically, these would be the colors. This would be the palette color. So you can start with an eyeshadow base and then maybe a more daring eyeshadow. Then you would have the highlighter, which is a bit hard for me to show on camera.
Is that the one that I have here?
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly.
This is called Reality.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah. And then we have a blusher and our award-winning lipstick shade Sunset Boulevard.
I love it. That's a really beautiful color at the bottom. That's the lipstick?
Yeah, that's the lipstick. That's our best-selling product.
That's a beautiful
basically.
Color.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And if somebody wanted to order in the US, do you have distribution here or are you shipping from Romania?
We do have distribution both in Romania. We use the Romanian warehouse to serve the European Union countries, and then we have another warehouse in Oregon to serve the entire US and Canada as well.
And are they still working now? Are they home, or is it just limited?
It is very limited at the moment, but they still do the deliveries. What they told us that the fast delivery is taking a little longer than usual, but everyone is getting their package, so that's not going to be a problem.
Yeah,
and I think everybody is tolerant.
Exactly, especially during these times.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's just going to take a few days longer, but that's it.
Well, this has been really incredible. Thank you so much for sharing Folly Fire, your brand, your story, your passion with cruelty-free. And I have the colors here. They're gorgeous. And thank you so much. And
thank you very much for having us.
If I don't answer any, can estheticians retail? Okay, so this is one question. Can estheticians sell your products in their spa or salon?
Sure. They can get in touch with us. They can write to hello@follyfire.com and we can discuss this. We are open to all types of opportunities.
That's great. That's really great. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to try to.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that was an excellent question, Aurelana Aesthetics. That's an excellent question. So I'm gonna dial in or connect Codex Beauty. So we're just waiting for Dr. Barb to join us. She's connecting. Hello.
Hi, sorry I had some technical difficulties. It's embarrassing in Silicon Valley.
That's okay. Folly Fire was on deck. They were ready, and this is live, and I think that people understand that there are some technical difficulties, but it's so wonderful to finally meet you. I know it's under extreme circumstances, but thank you so much for joining me on our first ever Instagram Live on Indie Beauty Expo. And I honestly can't believe that it took us this long to do this. I mean, it's been 6 years now. So thank you for being a part of our inaugural event. I want to know, first and foremost, what do you like to be called? Dr. Barb, Dr. Barbara?
Oh, no, I'm Barb. It's a 4-letter word and it works perfectly. B-A-R-B. And when my parents called me Barbara, I knew I was in trouble. Or if people call me Dr. Paldus, I look around and go, where's my dad? Because he was Professor Paldus, he was Dr. Paldus. So I'm just Barb. 4 letters, very simple.
That's amazing. And where are you dialing in from? Are you in Ireland right now?
No, I'm in Silicon Valley. So I'm in Atherton, which is near Palo Alto, a little bit south of San Francisco.
Okay. But your products are made in Ireland?
They're made in Ireland. So actually, we acquired a company called Be a Beauty in 2018, and the founder, Tracy Ryan, is the brainchild behind these. Tracy had founded the brand in 2013, and when we acquired the company, we basically took a blank page and said, okay, now that you have 5 years of experience, how would you do this right? And Tracy basically said, I would make my own scalable plant infusions at an industrial scale. I'd get a real pharmaceutical grade manufacturer. And since I came from the biotech industry, it was like, okay, done. I'd want to do clinical trials, done, and I'd want to basically prove everything with certifications from things like EcoCert, Environmental Working Group, and of course, we can't leave out Leaping Bunny and vegan. And there's a new certification out for microbiome, which we're really excited about, that I'll tell you about later. But so we basically said, yes, we are totally aligned on all these things. Let's go make the next level clean brand. And we call it Clinical because it's a combination of clinical and clean.
I think our audience would love to hear your background. Like, you're a scientist?
So I'm an electrical engineer. So I was originally an electrical engineer. I started my first company, to do environmental monitoring. So my equipment's been monitoring carbon dioxide and carbon footprint for 20 years. That company was called Picaro, in case people want to check that out, Picarro. Then I started a company called Finesse Solutions, and we made biotech equipment. So we ended up making vaccine equipment, which is now being used. Hopefully they'll develop a vaccine soon for COVID, but we did the first Ebola vaccine. And we actually were able to decrease the price of human vaccines and work with the Indian Serum Institute to really bring them down in cost. And so that was really important. And we did cancer therapeutics, gene therapy, all that stuff. And in 2017, I sold my company to Thermo Fisher. Because I was traveling too much, and my son, as all the moms out there can relate to, he was just freaking out. And so I decided to stop traveling. I was on the road 3 weeks out of each month. And so
how old is your son?
He's now 11. So I did that.
I have an 11-year-old.
And he was also diagnosed at the same time with ADHD. So it was like a double whammy. And so I made a decision to kind of go back into startup land, because being in a young startup is very, very flexible. And he's actually the root cause of all of this, because he has one of these rare allergies to phenoxyethanol. You're probably wondering, what on earth is that? It's a common preservative. It's used in a lot of clean beauty products. It's used in shower gel, and also it's used in toothpaste and gum. And so having had this allergy, we decided we're going to go and create a new kind of preservative system. And that was one of the first things at Codex that we did, and that we put into the Be line. And it's a food grade preservative. So technically you can eat these products. So you can literally take them and eat them. Not that you'd want to, but you could.
That's an expensive lunch. It's funny that you say that your son is allergic to phenoxyethanol. There's a lot of controversy around that ingredient, that preservative. My best friend is also allergic, and
it's red. Like when I put it on, he blistered. Like literally, his baby bottom peeled off, and I was just devastated. Yeah.
And then you had to get him tested.
Doctor. Yeah, no, they couldn't figure out the allergy. It took me 3 years, and I would go through ingredient lists. Being an engineer, I'd make Excel spreadsheets and list all the ingredients. And then finally I found that there was this one common ingredient. And of course, I'd never heard of it. I had no idea. And it was like, what on earth is this? And then I started doing research. And did you know that they almost tried to ban it in France in 2013 because they're worried it causes neurological disease in kids? Wow, that's incredible. But the industry claims it's safe. They've done their studies, and you have to defer to that. But we just decided, old Silicon Valley style, if we don't like something, we go invent something new.
Exactly. And I think when it comes to clinical, green beauty, natural beauty, whatever you want to call it, it is really a personal decision. But it's excellent to have these types of conversations, because I think a lot of people don't understand why something might be controversial. And for me, phenoxyethanol, I'm okay with it. I'm not allergic, but because my friend is, I'm very hypersensitive to, what she might be using. And she definitely looks at that ingredient list. And so can you talk a little bit about the Codex Beauty line? How many SKUs? Is it just, I mean, I have this gorgeous soap. You came out with 4 soaps.
Yeah, 4 soaps. Yeah.
But you also have the exfoliating wash and the superfood.
Yep.
And the eye cream. Yeah. I have the cleanser upstairs. I forgot to bring it down.
Which is really cool. So this is a wash-off oil, and it's borage and black currant. And Tracy formulated this with some amazing ingredients from Ireland to remove makeup. And
wow.
And we put it through clinical trials. And the main thing is it doesn't strip moisture, and it doesn't ruin your skin barrier. And so it's super, super gentle, but it's effective and it's eye safe. So that's kind of our new thing from January.
And that's what you were going to launch at IBE Berlin, correct?
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah. I know.
So you're
going to launch our genetic test kit at Dallas, and so we're kind of like,
oh my God.
No.
Well, we have a lot to look forward to when we're not under self-isolation. I think I really miss hugging people and shaking hands and kissing people, and it's just such a really difficult time. And I think that's why things like this are important to stay connected until we can meet again, and you can share all the hard work that you've been working on. And so
we're actually going to launch our Earth Day soap, and I don't have it because I was going to show it to you guys. It's basically, we took the 4 soaps you had, and because we want to be, again, sustainable, all the cuttings from the soap we put and turn into this beautiful yellow citrusy soap, and that's going to be on our website starting April 15th. So that's
amazing.
And that's basically for sustainability, but also that's going to be a giveaway with any purchase. So we're excited to share that with our clients. We're giving away our soaps right now because of Corona. We think it's important to just allow people, you know, the ability to wash their hands. It's still the best way you can keep yourself safe.
And that's how are you working with the healthcare workers, and tell us a little bit about what you're doing. Is it, so tell us a story.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, and I'm really so happy. I mean, my team's been absolutely amazing. So I want to give a big shout out to Tracy and Heine, who've been shipping stuff from Ireland, and Andrea, who's been coordinating everything, and our guys who've just, you know, because it's not easy to ship these days, especially to places like France or Italy where they have blockades. So this is our superfood. And this is essentially a hardcore moisturizer. So what it does, has healing properties. It can get rid of the dry layers of your skin. And it's really simple. It's just a cream, and you can apply it to your hands. And so basically you just rub it in, and it's dry. So when you're wearing gloves, you don't have to worry about having oily, sticky hands. And so we basically took our entire 15 milliliter travel size inventory of 6,000 units, and we're shipping it out to hospitals. So if you know of a hospital that has a need, definitely DM us. And we're shipping cases of it out because we're basically worried that the next big thing for doctors will be dry, cracked hands with eczema. And you can't work when you're constantly itching under your glove and you're completely uncomfortable. And also, if you're looking at LinkedIn, a lot of their faces with the masks, because of the friction of the mask. So this basically helps heal the skin. We in fact have clinical data that it improves hydration, and it really, by 77%, it protects the skin barrier. So it will lock in the hydration when you're basically using all that sanitizer all day long.
Well, I'm in Brooklyn, and you know, being in New York, there are so many hospitals that would probably welcome Codex Beauty, and we can talk offline about that, because I know that Dr. Laura Devkin is putting together some sort of initiative to get the products to the healthcare workers. So let's talk about that afterwards.
Amazing. Yeah, we've shipped to 6 hospitals in New York just through friends who work there, who were
great.
Yep, I can carry it in, but I'd love to work with you on that.
That would be amazing. And you're EU certified, so you're sold all over the world.
We're sold all over the world. So our largest, so we were sold on Saks and Anthropologie. If it weren't for COVID, we'd be in Bergdorf right now. We're going to be launching on Skin Store. We're figuring out how to do that digitally, right, with the shipping stuff. In Ireland, we're in a whole bunch of different pharmacies. So we're pretty much, let me just think, we're in Macaulay's, Meadows and Burns, Skinful Affairs. We're actually at the Dublin Airport now in Terminal 2. online at Rainbow Kids, and then we're opening up in Lloyd's and Dunn's. In the UK, we're in John Lewis and Boyson's with our online partners who are really going strong now, Eliaka and Sus Beauty. Then we're in the Czech Republic at Greenwave. We're at Amazing in Germany and Biomazing in Switzerland and Austria. So we're also in
Wow.
and Dubai, Allure in Hong Kong. So we've kind of started, you know, I don't want to make a really bad joke, but I was going to say we're like the virus spreading across the world, but that is totally inappropriate.
Yeah, not right now.
I know. 6 months ago it was funny. Now it's just, we want to do anything we can help right now. So if there are other things, or if people see our product line and they have creative ideas on how we can use it to help healthcare workers, they're the front line. We want to do everything we can to help.
Well, I think this audience for sure will have some suggestions. So what I suggest is that you either DM Codex Beauty directly, or you can go through us. We can put you in touch with the Codex Beauty team. Thank you so much, Barb. This was such a pleasure. And I hope we see each other in Dallas, if not New York.
We will make it happen somehow, somewhere. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for listening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Wow. Hi, Jessica. What a great story. I'm actually so impressed. So next, we're going to invite the founders of Glowbiotics. So I just sent them an invite. And you're going to meet David and Christine Watson. Hi!
Hi!
Love it when technology works.
Hi, thanks. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good.
And where are you?
We're in Arizona, in Phoenix.
Okay. I went to
nice
U of
and
A.
warm. Sorry?
I went to the University of Arizona.
Oh, you're a
lovely.
wildcat. No, Sun Devils.
Yes.
So you know how nice and warm it is here right now.
Yes, and in fact, prior to all of this happening, I was in Phoenix in Scottsdale for Inacos, and it was February 29th, 30th, 29th, 1st, and 2nd, and I was so happy to be back there after not being in Arizona for so long. It's just, everything about it is so therapeutic and beautiful. So, but thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's your first time on Instagram Live, and it's my first time. So, I'm happy to have you. And
we're happy to be here. Thank you.
I know that Glowbiotics is not your first rodeo. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
All right, well,
you start.
Yeah, maybe I'll start. So yeah, very quickly, I started in the skincare industry, and God, this is going to make me really old, but back in 1987, with the first medically directed brand called Biomedic, that was acquired by L'Oreal about 10 years after we started it. Actually, it was 1997. Good, I'm not as old as I thought. We then started another company, created another company called Philosophy, with a different partner, and some of you may have heard of that. And we held that for about 10 years, and we ended up selling that to Coty. But while doing that, obviously, we got to learn an awful lot about different types of skincare ingredients and products, and then we launched Glowbiotics, which is quite exciting.
And when did you launch Glowbiotics?
So we actually formally launched the brand about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it was after really a ton of research on the use of probiotics, which unbeknownst to us, we've actually been using for about 30 years in various brands. We just never focused on it. And we really found the power of probiotics, not only being a very clean technology, but it really makes the skin work for itself. So it's our theory is always, how do we reduce inflammation while giving the skin the ability to heal itself? Because there's no better healing mechanism in the body than your own body.
All right, Christine, I'm so sorry I cut you off. Can you share your background?
Yeah, sure. So I used to be a cosmetic skincare buyer at Harrods in London, which is where David and I met, because I used to bring in all new cosmetics and skincare products. So we launched Philosophy there way back when. So I'm very, very up with all, beauty and skincare products. It's been my passion for years.
Well, it's so funny. You're our second couple. And after when Grace and Stella come on, they're going to be our third couple, which I think is kind of interesting. Well, that's really great. And I wanted to talk to you about, you know, probiotics is the good for you bacteria. You know, we eat it in yogurt, and it's been this really hot ingredient lately. And you tell us a little bit about how it works on the skin.
So pretty much, as you've just said, we're very, very in tune with taking probiotics to balance the gut. So if your gut's out of whack, if you've been on a whole course of antibiotics, your doctor's going to recommend that you take a probiotic, because that's going to put you back to normal. It's going to balance your bacteria in the gut. So it pretty much works the same way on the skin. You know, we're covered with bacteria on our skin, good and bad. And when that gets out of balance is when you start seeing issues with your skin: dryness, eczema, irritation, redness,
Acne.
Sorry?
Acne.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so feeding your skin and balancing your microbiome is what probiotics will help to do.
Yeah, I want to add also, counterintuitive to what most might think about a bacteria. We always determine bacteria to be a bad bacteria. This actually, and it's interesting in what we're dealing with right now with this virus, but probiotics are very good bacteria, and your skin needs them. You're born with them. And unfortunately, with washing our hands as much as we have to do and we should do to prevent COVID-19, we want to make sure we add things back to our skin, as we're now stripping our skin of the good bacteria that's on it.
Yeah.
So you have a regular line. Can I assume it's the purple? But then you also have the MD.
So let me explain. So basically we have the lines are, there's corrective line and preventative line. So your MD line is going to be a lot stronger. It's going to be for people that are dealing with issues that they're a little bit more serious, you know, aged skin, you know, deep lines and wrinkles, dullness, that sort of thing. Your preventative line is going to be more for your younger client who wants to start looking after their skin, wants to start, but don't necessarily need the strength of the medical line, I think is the best way to put it.
I have to tell you, my 16-year-old daughter, she's a redhead, and she has super sensitive skin.
Yeah.
And she's a teenager, so she breaks out, and she's been using this, the acne cleanser.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it helps with the inflammation, and she really, really loves it.
So I'd like to mention a couple of things for your audience. The first thing is, inflammation is the problem with every issue you're going to have with your skin. So the key's got to be reducing inflammation. Soap and water on your face, fine. Products that are designed for your face, fine. But be very, very sensitive to overstimulating your skin and trying to get that red, peeling look to your skin. That's inflammation, and it will create premature aging. On the Acne brand, which is really cool, is we combine several therapies, not only probiotic. We combine salicylic acid in the cleanser, which is what your daughter's using, and it's no wonder she's seeing great results, because that's actually cleaning out sebum in the pore. We also suggest, if she's not using it, something called the Acne Clarifying and Refining Gel. This has a very unique ingredient called chelicin. Chelicin is a chelator to the skin. What pollution in the environment does to acne skin is it adds metals into the skin. So what we try to do, not only do we try to clean it out using salicylic acid, but we also use this ingredient that we created called chelicin. It basically removes excess metals from the skin. And what most acne people will argue with me about is that, no, my skin's so oily, I don't need any moisture. Well, actually, in fact, you do. You've got obviously oil production happening, but you need to have a balancing moisturizer. And the one I recommend is we have a gel hydrator. It's the Instant Refreshing Gel Hydrator. It's actually in our preventative range. And it is so lightweight and feels so good. It actually soothes the skin while adding moisture, and there's no fear of breakout.
So if you were to recommend, teenagers, they go to bed without washing their face. You have to tell them 15,000 times to follow a regimen. If you were to recommend 2 to 3 products for someone like my daughter to use who has grade 1, grade 2 acne, she doesn't have a lot of congestion. Because I'm a master esthetician and I did extractions on her last week. There wasn't a lot of blackheads, but it was just the redness and the inflammation of her skin. And if I were to say, hey, these are the 2 or 3 products that you should use day and night, go.
Well, obviously the cleanser important, but if she's lazy and doesn't want to clean her skin, well, that we can't fight her on. She's a 16-year-old. This acne clarifying and refining treatment is, in my opinion, and I've been at this for 35 years, is one of the best products we've ever created. It is an absolute miracle product, especially if you can catch acne before it's actually come out and presented itself. Anyone with acne knows they're going to have a bump or they're going to start feeling something in the skin, and irritation. Hit it with this product, and the chances of it coming out are slim to none. It may come out if you have cystic acne, obviously, because there's a lot of oil going on there, and you probably will need the 1-2 punch of cleanser and treatment. But this product is your go-to. And I would really recommend to you, and I'm happy to send it to you, this gel hydrator, because I think she's going to like the way it soothes her skin, and her skin's going to calm down and lose all that redness that she has.
Well, you've been so generous. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a lot of your products at the office. So when I do go back, I will check to see if we have that. And if not, I'll let you know. But I'm getting some comments here that people are asking for virtual consultations from you. I think acne, there are some amazing brands out there, indie brands that specifically work on acneic skin, but I find that it's definitely one of those skin conditions that a lot of people suffer from, and there aren't a lot of solutions. And I even took my daughter to a dermatologist, and the dermatologist didn't know my background, and I was a little disappointed in the way she treated my daughter and the medical, like the products that she recommended, because I know for a fact that acne can be subdued and subsided, obviously by a routine, but also by using the right products that are gentle and reduce inflammation. So my next question to you is, where are you sold? And is your primary channel, the medical clinics, spas, salons, retailers? Can you talk a little bit about your distribution?
So we're sold online, globeartics.com, and we're also sold in Medispas, we're sold in spas, and we're sold in doctors' offices too. So pretty available throughout most areas of the States, but we can ship direct to you as well.
Hey, might I recommend that your listeners, viewers, go on to the Globiotics website, take the skincare quiz. It doesn't come with any obligations. Let them see what is recommended. We really recommend less is more. So you're not going to see us try to overwhelm you with products, because we don't want you to spend a ton of money until you actually like the brand, and then we hope you spend a ton of money. But no, we have to prove ourselves. And so everything comes with money back guarantees. You've got a quiz, you've got a target specific product line. And we're going to offer something to the viewers today, because we are interested in having them try it. And if they don't like it, send it back. We're offering a 30% off on any sales through tomorrow night, and the code they're going to use is IBE 30. IBE 30.
That's easy. That's easy to remember.
Yeah, we thought we'd tie it together, but most importantly, regarding skin consultations, and I see a lot of these things that are scrolling up, you can pretty much get your answers there. And if not, feel free to call the office. We are still shipping. We have a sister company that's in the food processing business, so it's going to be open as it's an essential business. It might take an extra day, but probably not. We're splitting shifts. The safety of our workers is more important than any skincare in the world. So we're making sure we do this ethically and safely. And the last thing is the brand is completely free of any nasties. It's no phthalates, no sulfates, no parabens. It's a very, very, very clean range.
So it's clinical, like Codex Beauty, clinical.
I did like that term, actually.
So I was seeing some comments about hormonal acne, people in their 30s. So I think the answer is to go to the glowbiotics.com website, take the quiz,
Yes.
and see what products are best suited. But I see that. I love it.
We have a lot of older customers that suffer with adult acne, you know, as if you really need that in your life as you get older. But so we have a lot of people that use products for that. So we have a superb range for hormonal acne and breakouts.
Are you shipping internationally?
Yes, we do. We ship around the world,
Yes.
And we have some distributors opened up around the world. We frankly, we focused on the USA as it's a very important market to us. We're made here. But yes, we do ship around the world.
Well, I want to thank you so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you and having you on our first Instagram Live. You're absolutely lovely. I hope you get some DMs for skin consultations, and I hope you see an uptick in quizzes on your website. And I think it's really great, and I might have some follow-up questions for you too. So stay safe, and thank you so much.
You as well.
Thank you
Thank
so
you. Nice
much.
to meet you,
Thank
Jillian.
you.
Nice to meet you, David
Bye.
and Christine.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, so next we are going to invite, okay, I need Grace and Stella to make a request to go live. And, I have some, Neil, I see your questions, but I'll have to answer them later. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for Grace and Stella. If not, we'll go to Virtue Labs. But if you guys can send me a request to go live, I would greatly appreciate it. Here you are. All right, Grace and Stella, I'm going to add you. Suzanne, hi. Hey guys.
Hey, Jillian.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Addie and Kaylee. And who is this?
He's Joven. We had put him down for a nap, but he woke up a little bit early, so.
That's okay. I think everybody is quite quite compassionate about our current situation. It's so lovely to have you join us. And where are you connecting from? Where are you?
We're in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, you are. So it's a little early for you.
Yeah, well, it's earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier.
We have to get up early because of him, so it's all good.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in this honorary IBE Berlin Live. I'd love for you to talk about the inspiration behind Grace and Stella.
Yeah, so, we've been together now for 7-8 years, way too long. And we've always been passionate about marketing, and, a few years ago we decided, hey, there's an interesting opportunity in beauty to create a brand that's fun, vibrant, really focused on the customer, high quality, affordable, vegan, cruelty-free, all the things that we believe in. And so we kind of married our passion for marketing with beauty and created the brand, and that's kind of how it came to life.
Well, I love the branding. I think the branding is really beautiful. And one of the things I do when I look at packaging is I think to myself, how would this look in my bathroom? Is this something that I would like to grab and I would get really excited about using? And I think you have a very youthful, very Generation Z feel to the brand. And I'd like you to talk a little bit. It's pretty extensive. You've got body care, you've got hair care, you've got facial care. So can you talk, and different types of tools and devices. Can you talk a little bit about the brand and maybe highlight some of your hero products? Because I have some here. I think this is a pretty awesome product, the mask. But why don't you talk about your hero products?
Yeah. So, everybody on the team's got their own favorites, but I'll touch on mine. I love the cleansing balm. I don't know if you have that there.
I do.
Yeah,
It's right
that's an
here.
amazing product. I mean, everybody that I've talked to that has tried it is just obsessed with it. So that's definitely one of them. The other one that's super popular is our Energizing Eye Masks, which I've got. And so that's really popular. How about you? Which one do you like?
Well, my personal favorite is the Dead Sea Mud Mask for sure. Like I feel like as soon as I use that and then I put makeup on under, like it just makes your face look so clean and fresh. But I would say our most popular products are our eye mask, our rose spray, and our foot peeling mask is really popular. That's like a crazy product that your feet just start peeling. It's like your feet are having a sunburn almost. It doesn't hurt, but yeah.
Isn't that the product that you started with?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was our first product, and for some reason it just went viral right from the beginning, and
Wow.
That's how kind of people got to know us. Yeah.
A couple things. With the cleansing balm, do you have to use it with a cloth to wipe it off, or do you, that rhymed, or can you just use water and it emulsifies with water? Because
I would use, if you're not doing a double cleanse, I would use the cloth. But if you are doing a double cleanse, then I would just rinse it off with water and then do we just released our foaming face wash,
okay.
Which is a really good second step to the cleansing balm. So you know that your skin's going to be smooth and soft and clean and rid of all the dirt.
And I love this. When I saw spray all day, I was like, oh, rosé all day. And then I looked and I'm like, it's a rose spray. So a little play on words there. Very, very cute. Where are you sold and what countries are you in?
Yeah, we've probably shipped to over 80 countries at this point. We've had customers from all over the place. Primarily our customers are in the US, Europe, and Canada. And we've started direct to consumer, and that's our bread and butter because we just love interacting with the customer and getting their direct feedback. However, we're sold in a number of other retailers. We've been sold in J. Crew, Urban Outfitters. Here in Canada, we've been sold on Bell.ca, iHerb. In Europe, there's Cloud 10 Beauty. We're in talks with Beauty Bay. So there's a number of small, medium retailers that we partnered with, but bulk of what we have done is just going direct to our consumers.
And it's still available even though we're dealing with the pandemic, correct? It's still available?
Yeah, so fortunately our warehouse has been allowed to operate because it's one of those essential services, and they're helping out not just us, but a number of other businesses that fall in that category of essential services. So for the time being, we are open, and so it hasn't affected too much, luckily. But yeah, things are good.
And if you were to recommend a self-care ritual using Grace and Stella, what would be something that you would recommend our audience to use to make themselves feel good?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like now in this climate, it's very important to take those moments. I know for myself, I had a bath last night and I feel so much better, and I hadn't really taken any time for myself since this whole situation kind of started. Being a young mom, it's hard to kind of allow yourself those moments. So I know a bath really helped me personally last night, and we have bath bombs, and they're really amazing. I find that quick refreshers throughout the day are helpful. So our rose spray is really nice to be able to just refresh if you're feeling really crazy. A light spray on your face is really helpful. And then our eye masks that he's currently playing with, I love them because you're able to still do stuff and keep them on, which is really nice. You don't have to sit on your couch and kind of lay there. They do so you can do the dishes and things like that. And so I would say it's very important to do some self-care, especially in the climate that we're in.
And you have products that can give a person little moments throughout the day, which I think is really lovely. And I'm looking at this hair mask, and I mean, my hair is always so dry, and I'm not washing it every day. So, you know, having a hair mask to feel the softness in my hair, I think is like important, and not feeling tired under the eyes, and it's really great. And if you end up going to the Grace and Stella website, it's pretty extensive on what they offer, so you can find a self-care moment for yourself, whether you like a bath or whether you like a mask. So it's really, really wonderful. I want to thank you so much. Your baby was so well behaved. I see that he's looking at me. He's like, who's this lady? Getting back to bath bombs, my son loves to take baths, and he loves bath bombs, so I'm going to have to try that for him. But thank you so much. And if you want to get in touch with Addie or Kylie, just go to Grace and Stella's Instagram. You can DM them, or we will put you in touch with them. So thank you guys so much. You're an adorable family.
Thank you, Jillian. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. So we have one more brand, and I'm going to connect them. We have Virtue Labs. So hopefully my phone will work. Oops, sorry, that's my kitchen. Oop, there we go. Oops. So funny, I have like a little malfunction right now. Okay, all right. I need to find Virtue Labs, because they are my last guest, so bear with me. Thank you all so much for being here today. This has been such a pleasure. If Virtue is on right now, if you can send me, oh, there you are. I'm going to send you a request to join. Hi.
Hey, Jillian.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's so nice to see you.
I loved watching this.
Oh, good. I hope you learned some. I learned a lot.
Yeah. I have learned. I'm going to get the Rosé All Day spray.
Yeah,
sure.
It's adorable. And you know what? I wanted to say that it's actually a very subtle rose. So if you're, well, obviously we're dealing with social distancing right now, but in the old normal, if you were to spray it, it wouldn't be offensive to anybody next to you. It's it's a beautiful scent. But I want to talk to you about Virtue Labs.
Yeah.
Congratulations for winning the Best in Show for hairstyling. And this is the product. And if you were lucky enough to grab one of our Best in Show boxes, because they are limited edition, this product was in it. We might have a couple left, so if you go to our website, we might have a few left. I actually I'm not washing my hair every day, obviously for reasons because I don't need to, but I used this as my styling product, and I've got to tell you, like, I have like kind of frizzy-ish hair. I'm not the type of person that can just wash my hair and let it air dry. I need to dry it with a blow dryer, and I used this, and my hair is so soft.
Yeah,
and
that is our unfrizz cream,
yes.
And it is ideal for like the perfect blowout. Absolutely, 100%. All of our stylists swear by it. It's going to help reduce frizz, calm kind of your unruly hair, and it's going to give you a great blowout that's going to last forever. If you want to keep your hair natural, it's also going to like tone down the frizz, keep your curls, keep your wave. So however you choose to use it, it's an excellent product.
Well, I'm a skin person. I'm not necessarily a cosmetic person or a hair person. So I need something really simple and really, really easy, and also products that make me feel confident. And the two I have right here, I have the full conditioner and I have the unfrizz. But can you talk about the line and how many SKUs you have, and about that really special ingredient that you have, the alpha keratin?
Yeah. So one of our key slogans at Virtue is, you know, the world didn't really need another hair care company, so we created a biotech company to repair hair. And that is all led by our key ingredient, ingredient, alpha keratin 60Ku, which a group of super smart, brilliant scientists out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, founded, patented, discovered. And we at Virtue are so fortunate and honored to be able to use that ingredient and that technology in hair care, because the most unique part of our story is that it wasn't designed for hair care at all. It was born from regenerative medicine to focus in bone, tissue, and nerve regeneration. But because your hair is 90% keratin, and this is derived from human hair keratin, you could make that leap that it would also repair your hair the same way in which it's repairing skin. And so we're fortunate enough after, significant clinical trials to actually see that repair with continued use. So we're all about damage repair. So the more damaged your hair is, the more repair you're going to see using Virtue, using the alpha keratin 60Ku. That one ingredient is across all of our products. It's in our shampoos and conditioners, our treatment products, our styling products. So again, it's going to repair your hair with continued use. And we all have damage, whether we want to admit it or not. We've got we color treat our hair, heat styling tools, water, environment, whether we're born with frizzy hair or flat hair, thin hair. We all need some type of repair. And so everyone can benefit. It sees hair as hair. That's the most unique thing. Since it's a human keratin, it sees your natural keratin in your hair as hair, and it kind of interweaves and interlaces, and it paves over that damaged site to repair with continued use. So it's actually—
That is amazing. And that was my question. Oh. No, that was my question. Is it a cumulative?
Yeah, it's going to— well, I think one of the things we say to people to really see the greatest benefit of Virtue is to stop using it and go back to what you were currently using, to really see the benefit of the repair you're going to see with continued use. All of our clinicals were based off of 3 or 5 washes, but you will see immediate results when you use our restorative treatment mask. That you'll see immediate results after 1 use. Everything else is after about 3 to 5 washes where you'll really start to see that transformation in increased shine, buoyancy, elasticity, strength, and just overall enhanced health of your hair. And that's the most important thing that we're about, is really bringing your hair back to its natural healthy state.
Well, I have to say, this packaging is gorgeous. And seeing it on the shelf of a salon or a spa or a store, I think people would be very attracted to, going over and learning more about Virtue. You've already answered a lot of my questions about what type of hair it's good for. It's good for color treated hair, damaged hair, which we all have. Amazing. Where can people find Virtue, and are you in professional salons? Like, is there something on your website that says,
Absolutely.
Here are the salons that we're in, the stylists are using our products, and you can buy them your local salon or on our website? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. I mean, virtuelabs.com is our native site. All our information is there. We have a really unique environment of a really strong community, and the stylist and the salon community is super important to Virtue. Probably overall, we're probably in about 700 to 800 salons to date. Unfortunately, many of them are closed right now, so they're very near and dear to our heart, and we're doing everything we can for them. But you will find this product throughout all the salons across the country: Australia, the UK, of course, the US, Canada, just across, almost everywhere now you'll see distribution. And the salon community are stylists, colorists. Those are the people like you, Jillian, as an esthetician. You guys are licensed to touch. So you're really the true experts in how to use this product and really how to teach that client, teach your customer the best ways to experience their best self. So we're really pleased that we have such a strong salon community that supports Virtue right now.
Can you talk a little bit about the GoFundMe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So
I would love for you to talk a little bit
us,
about that.
Everybody, is trying to do something good and purposeful, and it's hard because there's so much you want to do. We're all staying home, but you see all those people that are working so hard that can't stay home. And what struck us as really challenging was the whole salon community with the closure of literally all of their locations. And that's really significant. And so how can we help them? How can we help them get to May, when hopefully maybe some of the salons will start to open up, and maybe if it's not May, it's June. I mean, we don't know. So for us, it was, let's do what we can to help support our salon community. We created a GoFundMe page.